Hey, Perry.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much. Just trying to give you another question to answer.
All right,
All right?
shoot.
Okay. So, what is the problem with the government giving nonprofit organizations money for black entrepreneurship?
Okay, good one. So there's no problem, and I will never tell anybody not to take money from the government, right? But
Mm-hmm.
inherently, there's a problem in that because what happens is that how the real world works in regards to entrepreneurship, okay? Entrepreneurship works on venture and equity, right? So all those big companies that you see, all the millionaires and billionaires that are created, tech billionaires and whatnot, it's all created through equity venture financing, not loans. So specifically, I think what you're referring to is the government of Canada, entrepreneurship program, and that's
Mm-hmm.
basically a program where the government gives loans.
Mm.
So, but the reality is, black folks are taking loans to start businesses while the rest of the world works along the area of venture, right? Venture capital and equity. That's how you become, wealthy. Equity, then obviously if your business does well, you're publicly listed, then you're a millionaire and billionaire. That's how the world works. So to me, it's counterintuitive to think that you want to create wealth, okay, and the proven way to create wealth, okay, and to be innovative or whatnot is through venture finance and equity. But all of a sudden, you're going to go in a government program, okay, that's going to do the same thing, but you're being tied to loans, and even worse, right? The loans programs that they have through to the Canadian banks, okay, those same Canadian banks have venture programs, and RBC has a venture program, CIBC has a venture program, an equity program. So while you're saddling black people with loans, okay, the white guys are getting all the equity finance and getting rich. So what happens is black people are suckered into these things, okay, and we're living in almost an alternative universe that does not exist. And if you're not living in reality, or if you're living in a universe that doesn't exist, reality will ultimately come back to kick your ass. So the reality is also there's no evidence in history that top down works. What works is bottom up entrepreneurship. Okay? So yeah, if the government is going to give you grants or whatnot for your technology business or whatnot, wonderful, take it. But don't be stupid to saddle yourself with loans. How does that make any sense? So we have to apply some intelligence and do a little bit of thinking.
Okay. So, you would say that there's two streams of one for people, for one set of people, and then for black people, it seems like we're always getting loans.
Yeah, well, it's two streams because we allow ourselves to be suckered into that. Okay, it's not the white man's fault, it's our fault. If we're not critically thinking and understanding how the universe works, okay, don't complain. Okay? You do it to yourself. There's only one reality. There's no other universe, unless I haven't discovered it yet. Okay? The world is based on economics, okay? And entrepreneurship. And that's how you achieve power. Okay? There is no other way. And if there is another way, show me. Okay? So we sucker ourselves into these streams that don't that puts us actually in a corner, doesn't help us, while everybody else is laughing and doing what actually works.
So, we have to set out to get some venture capital. We need to
Absolutely.
stop with the loans and make sure the banks and the government give us money to have our venture capital for our
Yeah,
entrepreneurship.
but the government's not going to do that.
No.
Okay, you're going to have to do it yourself. At the end of the day, everything comes down to doing it yourself. Everything comes down to you doing it yourself. Stop complaining about the government. Stop complaining about racism. Stop complaining about all these things. You got to get out there, do it, and create wealth yourself. Okay? You can certainly go after, programs that may, you go after money. I'm not stopping you from going after grant money or anything like that, right? Definitely not. Take free money, okay? But the point is, do not depend on anybody. And the history tells you government programs don't work, okay? And in the Canadian side, that entrepreneurship program that came in during COVID was just to get votes. Now, what happens if the Liberal Party loses? Okay, the Conservative Party comes in. Or what happens when that money runs out? You have to be long-term self-sustainable. You can't depend on government, okay, for your well-being and your business. You can't. Okay? You got to, if you want to win in the real world, you got to play in the real world. All right?
All right.
All right,
Thank you.
cool. Anytime, I'm here.